This video was brought to you in part by a Canon and not a Nikon, because Nikons suck and Canons are cool. And if you use a Nikon, you're probably a better photographer than I am. I just like Canons. Anyways, I'm going to teach you how to manifest in 3 simple steps. So this is for manifesting emotional states, which in turn manifest other states, such as acquiring things. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to sit down and we're going to monitor our thoughts. This is called mindfulness. If you're a new age hippie, you're probably like, yeah, mindfulness. It lets me watch my thoughts. And they think that's all you need to do to get started. Well, let me tell you, there's more you got to do to get started. That's like step 0.01 is just watching your thoughts. All right, so the second step is you need to think thoughts. And this is where some people are like, I don't care about thinking thoughts. And then they wind up being diabetic. And sorry. If you're over like over 200 pounds and you don't use the word natty, you're doing something wrong. That's pretty much how it is. If you are over 200 pounds and you don't use the word natty, you're doing something wrong. Step number 3 is you need to stop thinking. So this is where people put the horse before the carriage, and they think they have anxiety when really they just don't know how to stop thinking. I actually cured one of my old girlfriends from overthinking just by a little psychic exercise that I made up. So that is the basis of it. Let's go a little deeper though. So when we want to watch our thinking, we want to, well, it's like, it's your mind. So just close your eyes and just kind of see what crops up. And make sure you remember what crops up, because it'll come in handy later. So we watch our thoughts, and what comes up, we think, okay, well, that's not a very good thought. The number one thought on my mind is, it's a naughty word. It's a word that I try to not think about, but really those thoughts that we should try not to think about, the first thought that comes to mind, are the thoughts that we need to work through. Little counseling for you, in case you weren't feeling so good. Let's fix my hair. Okay, it looks great. But yeah, so that's observation of thoughts, and that's step number 1. So we observe our thoughts and we watch them in our mind. I like to imagine that my conscious thoughts, the thoughts that I choose to think, are written in gold letters, and those are the important ones. So when we think a thought, that thought enters our mind, so to speak. And when it enters our mind, it creates our reality. So let's say I'm an athletic person. I am an athletic person. And it doesn't necessarily have to be true, but we will take note of how athletic we are at this moment, and we'll take steps to become more athletic. It will manifest, which means become apparent, in my lexicon at least. And yeah, it'll become manifest, and manifest means planned, or it has happened, or it has come to pass, or it is apparent. And then we move on to subjugating our thoughts. We need to stop thinking. And we need to stop thinking during times when we, there's a time and a place to think. And there's a time and a place to enter a sort of flow state where you're not thinking about what you're doing, you're just kind of doing it, you're really good at it. And you don't want to be interrupted by feeling the need to think, and you're not observing your thoughts at that point, so we're just not going to think. And the psychic exercise that I brought up to my ex-girlfriend, who was a very beautiful lady, so we take our crown chakra and we imagine like a pancake over our head, and then we kind of push it down. We kind of almost like if you watch my last video, we do the opposite. So so if in my last video, you should watch my last video. It's hilarious. I think, I don't know, I haven't watched it. We do this, and it's the same way. So this releases and this holds. But since the top and bottom of ourselves is kind of upside down, so then this holds and then this releases. One's in the more etheric body, one's in the gross body. Using two different sets of terminology there. You need to be able to cross-reference languages and symbols and the things like that. You don't really cross-reference symbols, but yeah, if you're gonna get into the whole mind working thing, then you need to be able to pull from different sources. So that's how you manifest. So take 5 minutes, do the first one where you just watch your thoughts. Take 5 minutes afterwards to, well, actually, you need to master the first one. You need to master watching your first thoughts. I'm sorry. And then you need to move on to mastering controlling your thoughts. And once you've mastered both of those, you can work on mastering subjugating your thoughts, where then you will only think the thoughts that you want to think. My name is Liam of Bishop Vlogs. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Like so other people can see the video, comment on what you thought was interesting, and subscribe so you can keep seeing my pretty little face. Love ya. Bye!